Hi there. How you guys? Um, Today it's been even busier. Oh, excuse me. Today has been busier than even that. You know, when it rains, it pours, and it rains on the just as well as the unjust. That stuff is true. I have barely had any time to gasp and catch my breath. The only thing that I have been doing is cleaning up and praying to God and trying to get some things in order. Everything else has been like boom, 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 boom. Um, Jobs. Oh my God. Left and right, left and right. I don't even. It's almost to the point where I don't even have to go and do the interview process, and I have to laugh at that now because before, you know, I could not get a job. I could not get a job. I thought somebody was doing some crazy stuff on me or something, but I know understand now that, no matter even if they were, nothing can go on you unless um you're violating some kind of law, which at that time I kind of was, but in operating out of fear. But um also um what I learned is that I had to keep going and I had to keep practicing. I had to keep doing what I really believed in. And I really do believe that God tests us on that, on stuff like that. Like just to make sure that we are serious about what we say we want to do, So that was my time. But yeah, now it's a different story. Uh excuse me, I have so many options. It's just like which direction am I going? Not only that, it's almost like where people are looking like the light is being shined upon me. And I did tell you guys how I felt like God was telling me that He was going to shine a light upon me towards the end of February and in March. Definitely, I can definitely feel it. I don't know how to even explain it, but that's how it is. It's like people are looking for my talents. There's even more, usually if I have to look for like speaking gigs or anything like that, it's usually outside of the country, or definitely not in the Midwest, definitely not. um but now it's something totally different. So I'm seeing that also. um Excuse me, y'all. Also, as far as me competing, well, you know what? Let me call my mom first because that's a whole nother subject um within itself. But God really does make all things new. He really does, and it's so good when He puts things together because He put the right people together, and you don't have to look sideways or just second guess.
Please listen carefully.
Hopefully, these people ain't on no shenanigans.
Richmond State Hospital operator.
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
One moment, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is Kristen.
Hi, Christian. The unit code is 420 Unit A. I'm calling for Patricia Dean, and my name is Baldine.
Okay, I will let her know, and I'll have her call you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I don't know if she's if there's gonna have her to call me directly back, because you know how that goes. If you've been watching, it's like that all the time. Sometimes it's like they'll let me talk to her right then, and other times it's not. So uh oh God. So I just have to take it for what it is, and keep going where I'm heading to, and the things that I'm doing. I can't just wait on them. As far as competing, Um, the woman that is over the individual that is over the pageant, um, has yet to decide if they're going to do one just because of the pandemic. But what she did tell me is that she wanted me to, either way, if I did, to compete. Now, here's my thing. Um, if I'm going to do it, then I have to have like a heads up. It takes a lot of work. And I can honestly say that I am not ready, but usually competitions, national competitions are usually August, September, October, November, towards the end of the year, because that's when you're having your national things, and then all the states, if you're competing against a national title, and it's like states or regions, they have their reign during that year, and the main one is towards the end of the year, just to have everyone to have their own thing. But like I said, I haven't. I'm not where I would want to be. Doesn't mean that I can't get there. Definitely does not mean that at all. Um, it's definitely possible, but it's just going to take a lot of work. And secondly, if you're not certain if you're gonna do the pageant, I feel like then you should at least let me know so I can move on. You know, because there are other pageants that are now calling. You know, that's really weird too, because there's like a surge going on for like people explaining stuff about pageants and what. Uh, Goodness, T-Mobile be sending you 12,000 messages. Like, dude, I'm 2 days late. Two. Uh, I'll go ahead. Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and pay them the money. But yeah, back to the whole pageantry. It's just a lot of work, and like I said, I need to know now what I'm doing, so that, because if not, then I would know which direction I'm gonna tell. I can go back and tell my team what we are doing. um, because everyone has to be on one accord with this. Everyone has to get on board. Otherwise, it's gonna be a mess. So yeah. Um, I think that is about it. I'm probably gonna call. I'm sure when I hang up. I'm sure when I end this live, my mother's going to call back. Oh, also I found out. Oh my goodness, this analytical system, something is going on with it. The reason why I say that is because I had one video that I didn't know that my coworkers were watching of me, and it was just not recording the views. They were signed in, and even if they're not signed in, it's supposed to record it. But it was saying on my thing that I had 3 views, and it was 5 people watching on different devices. Then when I got on today, it was saying 1 view for that recording that I made. So I was like, huh, it's kind of weird, but I'm not too um, shaken by it, because uh, this channel isn't for popularity, it's for truth. And, for the most part, when you're dealing with truth, it takes a minute for a lot of people to grasp the truth, because most people aren't looking for it until the fake, disrupts their life so much. So, yeah. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys, I have been taking a different approach to certain things. God tells you to teach you to observe all things, and I think that during this time, a lot of people, I'm not telling people not to get your money and get your stuff up and to get everything prepared. I'm definitely not telling you that. But I have seen with a lot of people, especially people who are supposed to be believers, including myself, sometimes you can get into that mode of greed, because you're like, oh, well, I can do this. And you're taking things that time that should be used on something else that God has assigned you to do other things. And it looks good, it's profitable. But if it is not what God called you to do, then you probably shouldn't want to, shouldn't go after it. And that's where you get to where greed is at. So I had to check myself with that as well. Um, and to look at other alternatives as far as being stable. Why do you want to have funds? Why is that? So you can do the things that you want to do. You can be free to not just I don't want to work anymore, but that's not the case. It's to work at somewhere where you love something that you love to do. Work at something that you love to do, what you're called to do, versus doing something that you have to do in order to make a need, physical need to be met. You need to have a job to pay your bills, but you would rather work at a job that you love doing versus something that gives you a headache. you know um yeah. So I've been looking at those different alternatives and navigating things that way. Sometimes you don't have to be the big boss. And another thing is that you don't want to be a big boss. You want to be, for me, I want to be the smallest person in my pond, in the sea. I don't, not even in the pond, because I want to swim in the sea, but I want to be the smallest because I want to learn and grow. And I can't just grow being the person with the most. You can't grow that way. So um yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just sucking up knowledge like a sponge, going around and learning new things, and learning new things and learning different other ways of finding wealth. Like I said before, it's not all about the money, it's the connections and the way that you navigate certain things. So making those connections with those board members, those people who are in the community, things like that is what I've been doing for the most part. And that has, I promise you, that is the true definition of wealth, because a person that is a billionaire can be a billionaire and buy all the utensils and everything else. If, say for instance, our system crashed right now, and that billionaire has the resources, all the resources that you need. Okay, so he still needs the people. But what if the people all, like, one person had, everybody had their own, a little bit of the resources that he had, but it's more hands to do it. That's the true wealth. That's the true wealth, and it's evenly proportioned. But but a lot of people don't understand that, and it doesn't mean that it's going to always be that balance. But you want to have that equity, meaning those connections, those people who are out there, because you can't do everything by yourself, and you want to have different ranges of skills. Like, you don't want to go in just one area where they have all these skill sets right here, but you're not tapping into other areas where you can help and navigate and things like that. I think that's what God has been showing me. Like, it's like pieces to a puzzle. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here because I need to walk my dog and get myself set up for another interview and to have my therapeutic meeting with one of my clients. So I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.